We're doing a segment called Self-Made Tastes Better. And you've done fantastic things. But I think for me, when I think about what I've gone through, if I don't appreciate the difficulties, if I don't appreciate the past, if I don't appreciate where I came from, I don't appreciate anything that I did. Does that make sense?
It actually makes a lot of sense. And for the record, you have achieved a lot of things, and I commend you
cheers,
for your many
cheers,
successes.
Cheers.
I remember one particular moment, and this was before I ever had a hit record. This was before really anyone else ever believed in me. It was opportunity came up for an artist. You know, you could come, you could present a song, and whoever had the best song could open up for Outkast. They was performing at Studio 183. That was right off 183rd Street, right in the middle of Miami, 27, Miami Gardens Drive. They just knocked the flea market down. Rest in peace to the Carol Mart, but it was Miami Nights, and I actually won that. I got the open.
You entered it. You entered.
I did.
You remember what year this was?
Yes, this was 04. This was 04.
This is before MMG. This is before anything.
This is before MMG. Before I ever had a successful single. I got to open up for Outkast.
Who decided it? Who decided that you get to do that?
The actual promoters. The promoters that put the show together, that booked Outkast.
You had one song?
I had one. I had one song, one opportunity. Went up. I did the one song. They really liked it. They told me, you could open up, homie.
So what happened after that moment?
It was just, that particular night, I opened up for, I went on stage, did my song. Everybody just looked at me like, of course, they didn't know what I was, but it was just, it was all about Outkast at the time. They had just released Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, and it was just a moment for Southern, just for music, and for me to win that opportunity, and I really didn't believe I was gonna pull it off.
Do you think in any ways, because I do, I think I'm out to prove something. Do you think you are?
All the time, every day. My father wasn't there the majority of the time, so for me, my father, who I always honored and of course looked up to, he was, he had been in the military, he had been in the war, so I used to hear stories of, different things, and but as I got older, as a youngster, my father moved away, and I remember by the time I got to high school and became a All-American offensive lineman, and my dad had never been to none of my games. It's just one of them things that you still hold your head up high, but it's just, you look up in the stands and you look at everybody else, and but you got to keep that drive going. Me being from Miami, the music that was successful in Miami was go, 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 go. I loved it. Don't get it wrong. I loved it, but that wasn't the type of music that I wanted to make. I wanted it to be, my wordplay to be a little more sophisticated. I wanted it to be a little more lush, a little more, bossy. You know what I mean? So my approach and my ideas was really not accepted at the beginning. So I really had to, when I say self-made, and when you say self-made, I totally understand, and that's when you go against the grain sometimes. So I began writing for others, and I remember sitting up in the studio with a young Kanye, and we both talking about both our frustrations and ideas, and talking about working with each other. This is before we both had big records, and before his first hit records, and before mine, and 2 or 3 years later, I had every day I'm hustling. And, you know, the tide turned.
Have you kissed ass to get where you are?
Nah, I just hustle hard. I hustle hard.
I've kissed more ass.
Nah, you can't, because kissing ass ain't gonna get you nothing. Believe it, it's
and maybe
not.
You're,
because if you kiss ass this weekend, if you ain't hustling hard, they still gonna get rid of you. They just enjoyed you kissing their ass that week.
Mm. When you had the whole legal issue in Atlanta,
right?
I went down to Atlanta to visit you. It was a strange feeling for me because I felt in some ways it was a weird situation. I felt honored to be there because I'm supporting somebody.
And I thank you.
No, really.
That meant a lot, though. There's other people with worse situations as well, you know, and I was incarcerated and I bonded a few people out, you know, that was really stuck for almost a little or nothing the way I looked at it. So at the end of the day, it's just me being who I am and coming from where I'm from, and, you know, I feel like being and having the point of view I have on the mountaintop now, I could help others in different ways. And at the end of the day, that's what that was, you know. I was thinking about myself. I was thinking about my co-defendant. I was thinking about, you know, my family. But at the same time, you know, that's just...
I tell you, at that moment when that happened, I'm like, wow, this guy, I don't know. I give you props.
You coming to visit me while I was incarcerated.
Oh, I enjoyed it.
You know,
I had a good time.
Nah, it meant more than you could only imagine. You know, because, you know, here I am. I'm incarcerated. I'm locked up, and my mom, my sister, and, you know, here's Brett Barish, the one and only. You know what I mean? The distillery god. No. You know, you flew in and, you know, you just really supported the family, and it meant a lot. And, you know, once again, it's a reflection on, you know, one of the many reasons that you're as successful as you are and will continue to be.
Thank you. Thank you.